more to life than just mere creativity. It's a matter of how one, and you know, that's an interesting thought, creativity. Okay, the creativity thing. Because Abraham Maslow talked about creativity. And creativity is not only just creating works of art. It's not just painting stuff like this, you know, or things like this thing right here. This, you know, that's one way of being creative. But the other way is the way one looks at things, how one interprets the world. Part of what reality, I'm not going to say what reality really is, but I'm going to say it anyway. Part of what reality is what we think. It's really in our minds. Because there's two parts. There's one, the physical stuff of the world. And then the other part is the way we think about it. You know, when you think about an artist looks at something. And they don't really just see things for what they are. You know, we always say that, you know, reality is when you're looking at things realistically, you're looking at things for what they are. Okay. That's one way of saying it. But a creative person looks at things for what they could be. That's the difference. You look at something for what it could be. You know, when I see like a rock like this, I say, well, that could be a tree. Yeah, it could be a tree. Or like the one that I hit that looks like a hamburger that I made. The one that looks like I have one that looks like a little Subway sandwich. It's actually kind of big. And the other one that looks like a hamburger. I actually made a couple of cheeseburger rocks. You know, that could be that. I see something in it. You look at it for what it could be. But more than just works of art, you look at things, at life that way, for what it could be. What could this be? You know, you may look at your house and think, well, I could make this into something. You see a room that you think about. You know, in everyday life, just everyday things. Maybe not stuff that's in a museum or something. But just everyday life, you look at things for what they could be. That's creativity. That's being creative. You look at a situation, you look at a relationship, you look at everything, you know, how everything is, and you think, what could this be? What could I do with it? You're the artist. You're the one who can make it into something. You're the creator of things. You know, I don't want to be using my hands too much. You know. But anyway, that's the thing. You can look at something and you can think in terms of what could it be? What can I make of this? What can I do with this? I think about like my YouTube channel. What can I do with this? Since I'm not writing a book right now, I'm actually in a process. I've been writing a book since the past 30 years, but so that may be another 60 years before it comes out. But, you know, what can I do with this channel? What can I do with these videos? Sometimes you have other people who will tell you what you should do with them. You know, here's some things you can do, and here's some other things you can do. And if you don't really have any plans of your own or anything that you have in mind, of course, they'll guide you every which direction. And some people want that. Some people want to be told what to do all the time. And then there are other people who are independent. Some people who do things on their own. They have their own agenda, their own project, their own vision for what they want to do. You know, but that's not only true with this channel or anything else, but just in life in general. What do you want to do with this? You have your own ideals. And being creative means following your own ideals, experimenting, testing, sometimes failing at things. You know, you can't really be creative if you're not afraid to fail at something, or even face the fact that you're going to be criticized because other people don't understand what the heck you're doing, and they're going to judge things according to the way things have always been. Well, it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen, therefore it's wrong. That's what most criticism wind up being anyway. It's like, because it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen, it's wrong. It's just automatically the case. I've never seen that before, so that's wrong. You know, I like creative people. Like when I watch a movie that's made by a very creative movie maker, they make a movie in a way nobody's ever done it that way. And somebody will say, well, that doesn't look right. I've never seen anything, because what is the standard? The standard is what has always been. What has always been is the standard. If it's always been this way, it should always be that way. You know, that's the thing, the measurement. And creative people don't think about things that way. They just follow what they feel. They create something completely new, something different. And that's all I have to say about that, because I got to get ready to go. Because Missy is sitting there being creative and chewing on something. Created her own little artwork by chewing on something and making it look completely different from what it looked like before. Okay, that's all.